Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good Monday morning, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We are here at the PANATTONI CAFE, as Panattoni is sponsoring this week's edition of the Coffee with Craig show. I'm here with Winston Norman, our editor-in-chief of EuropaProperty.com. Winston, good to see you this morning.
All right, Craig, how are you?
Yeah, good, good. How was your weekend?
Very relaxing, thanks.
Very relaxing, good, good. And also mine as well. So nice to be back. Nice to be back at work here in this great place. Great breakfasts here at Panattoni. Always a good way to start the week. Anyway, Winston, because we know there's a lot of news, let's jump right over to you for the headlines.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. And yeah, there's a lot of on the run up to Christmas. We've got a lot of retail news. So let's start with today's headlines. And Nepi Rockcastle has recently bought the Silesia City Centre in Poland. PPB has supported Trei Real Estate with a loan for Polish retail parks. And UBM has sold a Polish retail park in Poland as well. And Panattoni has secured 21 million euros for a high-tech Warsaw distribution centre. And Hilton is making its Moldovan debut.
Wow, so Moldovan debut. Well, great. Yeah, there's a lot of nice hotels in Moldova, so good to see one more. Yeah, so interesting news about retail, and it is the retail month here in December with Christmas, and also with the Retail Awards coming up January 30th. I would say looks like another record and sellout event. We've had huge success and huge interest from developers, from retailers. So many retailers now interested in sponsoring the event and being part of it. So happy to see that. There's still opportunities to put in your nominations. I think deadline is coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, deadline's the end of this week.
All right, so deadline, end of this week. Get in your nominations. Of course, we'll take some, the retailers, of course, we take a little bit later because we know how busy you all are. But a lot of developers, a lot of investors, and a lot of things just happening on the retail front. And, you know, really our theme this year is retail on the rise, as so many things are going on the positive sense. And I see the retail parks have really taken off or continue to expand. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the news headlines today, there's some news about retail parks, and there's also some interesting news about the bigger, more established shopping centres, and they're proving to be kind of sought after products by investors, you know, so it's not all about retail parks.
Right, right. Shopping centers are still, I mean, we were at the one over the weekend and completely packed.
Right, right.
I mean, amazingly busy, and people spending money as fast as they could. So great to see it.
Yeah.
Also, we have, funny enough, it's interesting to talk about MIPIM, but MIPIM is coming up. It's March 10th or March 11th through 14th, and we are putting together the real estate guide for MIPIM. So if you want to get some information out to the attendees of MIPIM, I think it'll be another great event. I see a lot of already coming out for that. You know, we're covering all Central Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe, Baltics for this edition. So let us know if you would like to promote something at that event. And then we have two more events before the summer hits. We have our 20th annual SCE Awards in Bucharest, not to be missed. Probably one of the biggest events on our 20th anniversary. And also May 22nd will be our third annual Baltics Real Estate Awards in Sopot, Poland, which is getting a lot of momentum as well. So having said that, let's take a little break and we'll come right back with Winston Norman and the news. So welcome back, and Winston, this holiday season and retail, it sounded like you had quite a lot of retail news in the headlines. So let's talk a little bit about some of these projects. Yeah.
Yes, so Nepi Rocastle has continued to do their shopping in Poland. They've recently acquired the Silesia City Shopping Centre in Katowice, and this was for 405 million euros. And this follows up with their previous purchase in I think they bought was it Magnolia, in
Yeah,
Wrocław.
Magnolia,
So
yeah.
they've picked up some substantial retail in the last few months, and this centre is it's a sizable centre. It's 8,000 square meters, which we don't read about the big shopping centres so much anymore. Like you were saying, it's all retail parks. But this is in Katowice, and Katowice is a very kind of a prosperous area of Poland, and the personal spend is pretty high. So it's I would imagine a very successful shopping centre.
Well, Nepi is not afraid of buying shopping centers, are they? And probably it's a good time to do so.
Well, I think the investors they trust Rudiger and his team to make some good purchases, and yeah, I think they'll be happy with this product moving forwards.
Yeah, clearly, and we'll be down in Katowice next week for the one of the international Chamber of Commerce mixers. So maybe I'll pop by there and do a bit of shopping anyway. Help out.
Very good idea with Christmas around the corner,
new
Craig.
owners.
Staying in the shopping centre retail industry, and Deutsche Pfandbriefbank has provided a 38 million loan to Trei Real Estate for its Vendo Park retail portfolio in Poland. And this portfolio includes 10 retail parks in medium and small size cities, and it's got an overall GLA of around 43,000 square meters. And like with most retail these days, these ones are located in pretty good locations and next to for convenient shopping, next to residential districts. And Dieter Knittel from PBB, he says he expresses his gratitude to Trei, and he calls them a key client for his company. And Matthias Schulz, CFO of Trei, he highlighted the partnership's role in unlocking equity for investments in Poland, and he calls PPB a reliable finance partner since 2020.
Right. Well, I guess he would. They just gave him a big loan, so that's great news. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And, it's the retail park development in Poland is pretty strong.
And they look like they're actually just getting bigger. When as I see these press releases coming in, it seems like the retail parks are getting bigger. Some are adding leisure. At the very beginning, it was very minimal, right?
Right.
Just,
Yeah.
Sometimes 7, 8 retailers, and that was it. And now it seems like they're quite big, like little cities almost.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be the new retail format that seems to work for all parties. So it's definitely growing.
Well, Trei and Deutsche Bank, or PBB Deutsche Pfandbriefbank, will be at our retail awards as well. So
yeah, I mean, we've got all the big players.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Staying in Poland in the retail market, and UBM Development sold the Galeria Szpyrk shopping centre up near Gdynia. And they sold that for around 18 million euros. And this is a retail outlet that's got 60 stores, and it's around 23,000 square meters, and it was opened in 2012 by UBM and Immo Finance Group.
Well, so almost another deal for the retail awards, that it sounds like.
Many deals, this is the fourth quarter of the year now, so I think a lot of deals get closed.
Yeah, for people that were saying, "Oh, retail is finished," it seems like we have a lot of retail going on.
I mean, you were in the retail centre at the weekend. I know Christmas is around the corner, but it doesn't seem that people are not shopping.
Exactly.
They're spending, they're out there. So
and for some of the bad news you hear about layoffs and companies closing, seems like no shortage of people buying things. So,
exactly. Yeah.
Good to see.
Moving to the warehouse and logistics industry, and Panattoni secured a 21 million euro loan from Bank Millennium to develop a cutting-edge logistics hub near Warsaw for Auchan Polska. And this development would be around 18,000 square meters and feature fully robotic systems, which will enhance Auchan's e-commerce capabilities. And operations are set to launch in the new facility by Q4 2025.
Well, it sounds like another retail deal, having Auchan as a client. It seems like they're expanding, so they must be seeing that the business is going quite well and will continue to go well if they're putting in such a nice retail. Or,
I mean, retail, especially like these big box retailers like Auchan, they don't seem to be slowing down with their customers and the products they're offering, and on the e-commerce side.
Yeah, very exciting about Panettone and the Auchan deal. Very interesting. And do we have anything else for today?
Great, yeah, we have finally for today we've got the Hilton. They've made their Moldovan debut, and they're entering the market with Hilton Garden Inn, and the project is set to transform the historic Dacia Hotel. And they're putting an initial €5 million investment in, and they're set to grow to 10 to 12 million euros in the longer term. And this is a revamped hotel which is expected to open in 2026. And of course, it will meet Hilton's global standards, while hopefully boosting Moldova's tourism sector.
Right, and they do have quite a few hotels in. I mean, the Marriott's there with Courtyard. There is quite a few players already there on kind of the 4 or 5 star level. So very interesting. Good to see that Hilton's coming into play. And when we were there last, it was hard to get a hotel room. So it sounds like they're doing well in the.
Well, yeah, Hilton's a recognised brand, and yeah, they offer many different segments for all tourism.
Right.
And yeah.
And also in the investment or in the real estate guide for MIPIM, we're covering a bit on Moldova and the SCE Awards April 3rd in Bucharest. We also cover Moldova there. So
yeah, we'll have a mega section on the SCE markets for the MIPIM.
Exactly. So if you in SCE region, CE region, want to get out to the attendees and to the exhibitors of MIPIM, let us know. We would like to get in your information. Having said that, so that's wrapping it up with Moldova, yeah? Very good. So enjoy the rest of the day, and thank you for watching the Coffee with Craig show, and we will see you next time. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.